My name is Andres.
Andres, nice to meet you. And what is your fiance's?
Tina.
Tina.
Yeah.
Andres, can you tell us, how did you know Tina was the one for you?
Yeah, I mean, Tina, we knew immediately after our first date that it was different. It wasn't one of those things where I knew right then and there that I'm going to marry this girl, you know, those stories. But mine was just like both of us. We walked out of that first date knowing that this was something different than we'd had before and that we wanted to like explore that even further. And so over time, you know, the more that we spent time together, the more that we knew that this was what we wanted. And we also just moved in together really early.
Wow.
Yeah, like 6 months into dating, we moved in.
That was going to be a follow-up question. Well, 6 months. And would you say, because somebody else I interviewed for the channel, they said they knew after they moved in because they didn't hate each other. Did you have a little bit of that? Like, that solidified it for you?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it's New York. Apartments aren't big to begin with. And so you move in together and it's like, this is either an accelerator to greatness or an accelerator to, all right, see you later. But for us, it was just immediate. I mean, the second we moved in together was like, this is the most natural thing in the world. And we just learned how to complement one another and like be in each other's space and learn to live with each other because you become more than just partners, you become roommates. And so it worked out for the best, obviously.
That's such a lovely story. Can I ask, how did you meet Tina? What's the meet cute?
Yeah, no actual meet cute other than Hinge, believe it or not. You know, it's funny because I'm seeing a lot more of my friends finding their significant others through Hinge as well. But yeah, it was Hinge, and she almost blew me off on that date too.
Oh my God. So follow-up question. First of all, we've had a few Hinge stories here, so this is great. Did you get Hinge Premium? Is that what people need to do to find the one, or did you just use regular Hinge?
You know, I'll be honest, I had Hinge Premium, and it was before we matched. And I just like, I don't know, I didn't really see much value in it because I didn't spend that much time on it. So I was like, okay, I'm just going to cancel it. And I canceled it, and like a couple weeks later, matched with her.
Might be a pro tip here. Maybe get premium, cancel, and see what that does to the algorithm. Yeah. When you say she almost blew you up, can you tell us more about that?
Yeah, I mean, she's a big chiller. And the day before we were supposed to have our first date was the day that me and my then roommate had moved into our apartment. And we threw a housewarming party that night. And so the next day I was, of course, you know, not fully there. And I remember messaging her and I said, hey, like, I'm still feeling not great. Do you mind if we move this just like an hour and a half later? And she was like, to be honest, if we move this, I'm probably not going to come. Like, I'm just going to like put on Netflix and chill on my couch. She was like very transparent. She was like, if we could just figure out another day. And I knew myself. And I was like, if this is another day, there's probably going to be some reason where I can't make it either. And we're just going to keep on kicking this date. And I was like, you know what? I'll suffer through it. I'm just going to show up. I really want to meet this girl. And
oh my God. There you go. Sometimes you just have to power through the hangover or whatever else you have going on and just go for it. That's so lovely.
Yeah, and be transparent too. She told me straight up, like, hey, I'm just going to like chill on the couch if we don't meet.
And you didn't mind that, you know, she was a chiller, that she chose that?
No, I love that. Honestly, I was like, this is great. Somebody's going to be transparent and honest with me from the get-go. We're like, nah, I'd rather sit on my couch than show up late.
Yeah.
Honestly, it says a lot about her. So.
Same. I respect Tina. Much respect for that. And also, I think maybe that's another sign of how compatible you two were. Maybe with the wrong person, they would have taken that the wrong way. Whereas you appreciate it more. That's great to hear.
Yeah, or like lie about what you're going to do. Like, just be straight up.
Yeah. Respect. Can I ask, how long have you been together officially now? You recently got engaged, but how long have you been together?
3 years.
3 years. Wow. So 3 anniversaries. How do you celebrate your anniversaries? Do you do the same thing every year, or is it different every year?
Somewhat of the same, but it's always different. And the reason I say that is because we're in New York, and one of the best things to do in New York is try new foods, go to different restaurants. And so we always try to get a reservation somewhere that we've always been wanting to go. And so this past anniversary, which was like 2 weeks ago, we went to a place called 21 Greenpoint in Brooklyn. It's great. If you're a fan of Bill Murray's son is the owner and chef at Chef there.
Okay, that's good to know. I'll add it to the list. And last question for you, Andres. Do you have a song that reminds you of Tina? It could be maybe a song that you're thinking about being your wedding song. It doesn't have to be, but just when you hear it, it makes you think of her.
Yeah, definitely not our wedding song. But anything Avril Lavigne, honestly, because she is a huge Avril fan. So she moved to the U.S. when she was 18. I mean, she'd been coming to the U.S. since she was like 6 because her mom lived here. But like her biggest idol when she was growing up in Europe was Avril Lavigne. And like every Avril Lavigne song was her favorite. And so like when we first met, that came up, and like Complicated was like her favorite song. So of course Complicated obviously is like #1 Avril song, but like Skater Boy, all of them. Any Avril Lavigne, you name it, it reminds me of her.
This is such a blast from the past, and also great choices. I feel like Tina is a woman of good taste.
I mean, she wore the little studded belts with she wanted to be Avril so badly.
Yeah,
so.
many of us did. Yeah, thank you so much. That's great. Thank you for sharing that.
Yeah, of course.
Thank you.